How you doing, everybody? Juan Romero here from GamesXpanse. We've taken a look at the PlayStation Store. There's some great bargains to be had. We're going to take a look this week. We found you some great games with some up to 75% off. We're going to get straight into this. James, what is your pick this week?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's James here with my pick, and that has to be the Contra Anniversary Collection. The Contra series brings back fabulous memories. I remember having an NTSC adapter on my SNES so I could play US releases as a kid, and one of my absolute favourites was Contra 3 The Alien Wars. Along the same lines as the Castlevania and arcade collections, this Contra collection from Konami features a bunch of 8 and 16-bit classics in this superb series that to this day displays some of the best run and gun gameplay ever. What makes the series stand out is the difficulty and excellent quality in every title of the series. There just are no duffs, and 75% off makes this a brilliant bargain. Thanks very much, Juan. See you next week.
Thanks very much, James. A great pick there. I'm going to start off then with Outriders, which is a looter shooter, currently with 25% off. You can play up to 3 players online, and once it gets going, we think it's rather good. It's not perfect, but we're sure it will get better over time, and we think this game is great with friends. Having the options of different classes and builds means that you can choose a character in line with your playstyle. The visuals look great, especially on the PlayStation 5, and if you love your shooters, this is certainly one that you should give a chance, especially now that it has that 25% discount in all regions that we cover. We think the future patches will keep improving with time. Now, FIFA 21 Champions Edition has a massive 73% off for the digital version. For me personally, I've always been a Pro Evo man, but I have to admit that the presentation FIFA offers is unparalleled. With the licenses, so you don't have to muck about, changing names of the teams is rather compelling. Add further to that, better commentary, sound and visuals, and you'd be thinking I'm mad to like Pro Evo better. But Pro Evo does have that magic in its gameplay, and FIFA does a sterling job, and at this price, if you're into football as much as we are, then 73% off for the Champions Edition is a great offer. If you have EA Pass, then it is free to play on that, so be aware of that if you are already paying for that subscription. Crash Bandicoot 4 has a huge 35% off. It was a game that I was waiting what's seen for years and years. Wait a minute, it was years and years. You know what I mean. It felt longer, and it probably was. Another great addition to the 3 games that came before it, and if you're a lover of platformers, then this has to be added to your collection. Remember, folks, when you buy the PS4 version of this and you have a PS5, it will be upgraded for free just by going to the game store and clicking on the free upgrade. With that comes 4K visuals, 60 frames per second, and that wonderful 3D audio. Not only that, the game makes use of the controller's adaptive triggers. You have the option of retro modes and modern mode in terms of what you prefer for your visuals. It's all here with the gameplay that's been further improved. There is nothing not to like about our favourite marsupial, with 35% off right now. Now me, I love a good rally game, and WRC 9 Deluxe Edition is as solid as they come. If you want to watch a review of the game, well, we did it on our other channel, Switch Watch, for the Nintendo Switch, and it will give you an idea. Of course, on the PlayStation 4 or 5, you get that extra power to give you enhanced visuals, 4K on the PlayStation 5 with 60 frames per second, which is an absolute delight. For me though, rally games is where it's at. You versus the clock is what it's all about. This is a great entry into the series, and with 55% off right now, an absolute bargain. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a quality game that you've probably already played, and if you haven't and you like to buy digital games, then this has 70% off right now in the UK, and for our friends in the USA, you can buy the Gold Edition, which has a massive 75% off, which is an absolute steal. It's a great action RPG with loads of weapons, quests, and characters that you'll meet along the way. A very good time indeed. Now, The Surge 2 I've always thought is a solid game, and with 75% off, an absolute bargain not to miss in my opinion. I'm sure it's probably not better than the original, but that's just my personal opinion. Nevertheless, I rather enjoyed it, and if you've played part 1, you're getting more of the same here, especially if you like a good hack and slash, and if you like games where you get to grind for the next piece of gear, then this is going to be for you. I always love the risk of trying to kill as many enemies as possible for higher rewards before returning to that safe zone. One of those where I think if you've not tried it yet, you'll be in for a surprisingly good time. Now, with a huge 60% off, you can own Overcooked 1 and 2. Now, the original took me by surprise. It is super addictive, but I do find these games very frustrating indeed. You need to play this with people that have a similar skill level to you, and playing with my 6-year-old daughter was probably not the best idea. I just felt so frustrated a lot of the time. Not her fault at all. More to do with my time management skills. I played this with her and the sequel some more too, and the games have been given a new lease of life on the PlayStation 5 too. It can be played in the 4K glory with 60 frames per second, with every single piece of DLC thrown in, faster loading times, new chefs and new levels and trophies, with achievements to reach towards as well. It's simple at first, but it does get complex very quickly, leading to some very tense and hilarious moments. Now, James picked that wonderful Contra collection. I love Castlevania, so if I had to pick one this week, it'd probably be for this old school Castlevania Anniversary Collection with a huge 75% off. If you're into the Castlevania classics, then this is definitely going to be for you. I've personally played many of these so many times, but cannot resist the urge to buy them again and again when a new platform comes out. And here's your opportunity to own these classics and revisit that vampire franchise. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Complete Edition has 25% off. This for us, one of the best side-scrolling beat-em-ups. It's fantastic to play. You can play as your favourite characters from the comic or movie. Even better playing this one with a friend locally, and with 25% off. If you do not own this already, then now is the time, because it's an absolute blast with a friend. Burnout Paradise Remastered. I mean, it wasn't one of my favourite of the series by any means, but I thought the open world design where you could take on an event at your leisure was a welcome differing direction for the series. I still love crashing cars and racing, but it didn't feel quite as focused as some of the other games in the series. Still, the remaster looks great, and well, it's nice and smooth to play, and if you have either missed this or you want to upgrade, then a massive 60% off may just tempt you. The price is fantastic, and when you think not long ago this released on the Nintendo Switch for a whopping £50, then at this price it's massively tempting. Now, Spyro Trilogy, here we have the Spyro Trilogy at its lowest price ever with 65% off in all regions. And what can I say about these wonderful games that have been remastered and look incredible? Great 3D platformers to play with anyone in the family. Young and older audiences alike can enjoy these 3 games, which will give you a fantastic adventure. If you haven't played these, or you played them back in the day and want a nice upgrade version of each, then at this price you absolutely cannot go wrong. At the moment, you can buy Bioshock Remastered, Bioshock 2 Remastered at 25% off. These are absolute classic games, and the remastered versions run on the PlayStation 4 and 5 very well indeed. If you like a first-person shooter with a little bit of puzzle solving, a bit of horror, then this is definitely the games that you need to be looking at. Ladies and gentlemen, that rounds up what we think are some great bargains on the PlayStation Store. James, thank you so much for your pick of the week. And if you want to see this type of series on the Nintendo Switch, then head on over to our other channel, Switch Watch, where we take a look at the bargains on a weekly basis every Sunday. Leave us a comment in the comment section down below letting us know some of the bargains that you've picked up on either the PlayStation 4 or the PlayStation 5. We'd love to know. And if you want to see a series like this more often on the PlayStation consoles, then please do let us know. We will of course take on board your comments, and if you want to see this on a weekly basis, we'll try our best to accommodate that for you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss another one of our videos. Take care everybody, and we'll see you again on the next one.